Hi, this is an unboxing and review of the Romain S310 Bluetooth headphone. This is a Bluetooth 4.0 wireless pair headphone connecting to your mobile device, giving you the ability to listen to music, making phone calls on it. Open up, and inside here you have the headphone on display. This is the black version that I got. This flap is magnetic, by the way. Not much in the back here, so let's just go ahead and unbox it. So inside here you have the headphone themselves top. Put to the side for a second. At the bottom here you have the backup accessory. Look like you have a little charging cable. This is look like a USB to some kind of special charging cable. Here you can see a little small pin. You have some hook. You have 4 different hooks in 4 different sizes, and they're clear hooks. 2 set of extra earpieces, and you have the user menu. So here's the user menu. You have English, has some explanation to the Bluetooth technology. Have operation, how to connect, how to pair, how to reject call, make call, basically music control, and then some other features. And that's basically about it here. So here's the Bluetooth headphone. Let's get it out of here. These feel really light. They come in this nice piano black color, very glossy, as you can see. The battery is resized in here. You can see here the cable here is about roughly around 2 feet long, and it has this little cable basically adjustment here, so you can have it small or big. So this is what the earpiece look like. You have it coming in here, and this is the part that will go in your ear canal. So here is the left side, as marked here in left. You have it only going one way because of the direction, so basically left will go to left here. On this side here you basically just have the one little port here to charge your headphone, and that's what your little port is. There's a little hole to charge it. So here's the right side where all the control resides. You have up top here the power button and the multi-function. This is used for pairing, turning it on and off, making phone calls. On the side here you have the plus and minus for volume control and also for changing track. I have the Romain S310 for the past week or so. I've been using it at work for a few hours a day. So far the experience are pretty decent, and I want to get back with you guys regarding what it feels like to use this guy. First of all, comfort. These things are really light, as you can see. The thing about these is even though the cable might be small and too cheap to you, they're very light, and the unit itself is very light. These go in your ear and they stay in your ear perfectly. You don't even need a hook that come with it. Speaking of the hook, they are not really good at all, and I'm glad that these work without a hook. So if you're trying to use these for exercise, these hook might not work too good for you. So you can see here, you can adjust these hook by turning them in different direction. And basically the idea is they hook on your ear, but the problem is these are a little bit too tough for me. I tried the small side and the large side. Only come with 2 different sizes. Here's the small side, here's the small side, and here's the large side, and both of them do not fit my ear comfortably, and I feel like these are too hard on your ear, and they don't work really well. I just basically put these on, and they only go on one side. Of course you have your left and your right side, and they go on and they stay on pretty comfortable, and after a few minutes you don't even feel them in you. You just have to pick the correct ear tips to give you the best comfort and the best sound quality. I try to get these as snuggy as I can, so I usually use the medium side. That's good for my ear canal, and they stay in place very well. Sound quality, there's not a lot of bass here on the low end. You kind of get a neutral sounds to it, and depending on who you are, this might be good or bad. If you like a lot of bass, these are not it for you. The mid where the vocals lies are kind of like a little bit forward. What I mean by that is you will basically hear the vocal being emphasized, and that's it's kind of nice, but at the same time I wish there was a little bit more bass and a little bit more high. Speaking of the high, it is not very clear. It's somewhat a little bit muddled. Basically these headphones have a frequency responder basically upside down U, so you have a little bit of bass, a lot of vocal, and basically in the mid-range, and then you have a low amount of treble. So it depends on what kind of music you listen to. If you like pop music, those kind of music that has a lot of instrument, piano, those kind of thing in the middle, these will sound really good. Podcast, those things sound perfect on these. Making phone calls on these also sound very good. There is a microphone underneath one of these ear tip right here, and that's how it pick up your voice. And even though these are sitting on your ear, it does pick up your voice pretty decent, and the other side doesn't have any problem hearing me. I do have to speak up slightly a little bit louder than I normally talk to if I was holding my phone in my face, but not much more. It seemed to work okay. Battery wise, they last quite a while. I've been using them for a week or so now, well actually more about 4 days. Each day with about 2 or 3 hours, not constantly playing music. Sometimes I pause music, but about 2 or 3 hours on, and so far I mean they haven't run out yet. They're still working. They do have a funny way to charge them, and which means you cannot lose this cable. which is something I didn't really like. It's small, but it's also at the same time, if you lose this cable, you kind of screw. So it's not a typical micro USB charging cable. So keep that in mind. Other than that, it's a pretty decent pair of headphones. But I think based on the frequency response, I'm not a fan of it. But others might find it to their liking. But the comfort on these headphones are really nice, and I really like that. Also, as I mentioned before, to me the hooks are a little bit tough and they don't work that well. So I think for you guys who's looking for a pair of running headphones, these aren't really that good for it. So I hope this short little review helped you in your purchase decision. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.